The international media is buzzing with haunting stories of India's COVID crisis. The sad videos, the hopeless sounding articles, and the pre-planned social media campaigns are creating a vibe of death and destruction in the masses. The government and India in general is being actively framed as a failing third world system.
The government ignored their warning.
Contrast this with 2020, when the US and Europe, despite their sparse population and robust infrastructure, struggled just like us. But how did the narrative go? Very gracefully, the first world came together and whitewashed the disaster with warm success stories. Today, hundreds of thousands of recoveries are happening every day. But do the Sahibs acknowledge even a fraction of this success? No, they are not in this to encourage the Indian spirit. Their focus is on peddling a damaging narrative. That's what the Sahibs have always been good at, in rigorous compiling of atrocity literature that makes Indians hate their own culture and values. No doubt, India is in crisis. But which country isn't? India's population is twice the size of all European countries put together. Our treasures are not earned by waging wars and destructions of other countries. No wonder we are struggling. But maybe that's why we are not hypocrites. India still has got a soul and purity to it. India's iconic response to this crisis has got to the nerves of the Sahibs. In response, they are coordinating on an unprecedented scale, leaving no stone unturned in making the most out of the crisis of our country.
Honestly, never seen anything quite like it.
But they forget that we are the world's oldest survivors.
Life and death.
The acute hardships
For hundreds of people.
have been our everyday reality. We will endure this one too. But this is new India, and it knows to speak in the same language.